All right, so we were able to convince ourselves that our latitudes and longitudes are being populated, are being retrieved properly, and that's good news. Now we're ready to start putting together our object. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go at the top here. I'm going to go ahead and say earthquake. I'm going to create an earthquake object. I'm going to call this earthquake is equal to new earthquake. Okay. And now I'm going to say here, because I have all the information I need, I can just set up the earthquake. So I can say earthquake dot set place. Okay. So I can add the place. Well, where is the place? Well, the place is under properties dot get string place. Okay. So I'm going to say properties dot get string place. I'm going to continue. And I'm going to set the type, right? If you go back here, what is the type? Type here, it's earthquake. Okay. So properties dot get string type. Let's go get set time. So earthquake dot set time dot get string. This has to be that get long, right? Because we made sure that our earthquake time is of type long. Let's go ahead and set magnitude. So earthquake dot set magnitude. Properties that get double, I believe. In fact, it's called just mag. If we go back here, it's just mag. Say mag. What else? Let's set detail. So earthquake dot set detail link is properties that get string we call detail. So this detail link, you will see it in action later. So this detail link is here. So if you click on that, it will take us to another JSON object here, which then we'll have to get another link that we are actually interested in. So we get to this link here, to this object here, so that we can go ahead and get this link here, which gives us all of the other cities that are in the vicinity or close or around the place where the earthquake occurred. And you will see that in action later. Okay. Now we know that our date, our time is going to be in milliseconds or timestamp, okay, computer time, if you will. Now we need to convert that into something that we can use. So how do we do that? So what we're going to do is the following. We're going to use java.text.date format. Call this object date format. It's going to equal to java.text.date format dot get instance. Okay, so now we have our date format. We're going to say date format dot format. We're going to create a new object, a date object, which we're going to use to pass our date. Okay, to pass our time here. Okay, so we need to say long value of, because we need to transform that into long. I'm going to say properties dot get long time and dot get time. So now we have our date formatted into something that we can see. Now let's put that into a string. Call this formatted date, something like that. So now this string here should have a well-formatted date. Okay, so I think we're ready to start adding things to our map. I'm going to create a marker options object here. So I'm going to say marker options is equal to new marker options. Okay, so I'm going to start populating our marker options here. So I'm going to say marker options dot icon. I'm going to use the default maker has here orange. Okay, that's fine. And then we keep going. Marker options dot, we don't need this, give it more space. We're going to add a title. Now check this out. Where are we going to get the title from? What we can do, we can just, since we've added to our object, we can just go ahead and say earthquake dot get place, which is the title of the place. Okay, marker dot options dot position, very important one. There has to be a latitude and longitude we have to pass here. So we're going to just pass a new object. I'm going to say new lat long, and we have to pass our latitude and longitude. And guess what? We already have latitude and longitude here. So we're going to just go ahead and pass lat and long for longitude. So now we're going to go ahead and create a marker. So I'm going to say marker. We're going to set it to be equal to mmap.add marker. We're just going to pass our options, marker options, just like that. Now the reason we actually are adding this instantiation of our marker is because we are going to use that marker at a later time to do something with it. Okay. Now we're going to say mmap.animate. Going to say camera.new lat long. We want it with zoom. Okay. And we're going to pass our new lat long, which is new. We're going to pass a new lat long object, and we're going to pass lat and long. Just like that. And of course, we have to pass in this case, to just pass 1 for the zoom in object. And look at that. Just with that information, we are going to be able to we should be able to see this working. So let's go ahead and run. And look at that. Whoa. Look at that. So if you tap, look at that. We were able to add into our title. Okay. We have here our place and our mark options. We passed in our earthquake get place. So that way each marker or each item or each earthquake has its own title, which incidentally is the place, right? California, geysers. Wow, look at that. We have somewhere else. Here we go, Indonesia. Of course, this is from our marker that we added a while ago. Could probably get rid of because we don't really need that. Let's get rid of this. Just look at this, just a few lines of code, and we were able to do amazing stuff here. Yeah? Can zoom in. Very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Well, going back to why I added this marker object here, okay, is because now I want to add a tag here, which I can add object inside of it. So this object here is going to be the get link, right? This detail link here I'm going to add to each marker. So when we tap on that marker, we're able to then take that link that's specifically for that marker and do something with it. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to say marker.set tag, and you notice right away, set tag, it takes in an object. So we can actually pass in objects of whatever we want. In this case, we know which object. We're going to say earthquake.get get detail link. Okay. Just like that. Perfect. Now the next thing we can do, let's go ahead and add the snippet object inside of our map. Okay, so when they tap, we want to add more text below here. Well, we have that. So what we're going to do inside of our marker options, we're going to say marker options dot that snippet. There we go. We can pass a string. So what we're going to do here is say the following. We're going to say magnitude. Okay, and we're going to pass in, say, plus earthquake dot get magnitude, and we're gonna say new line. So we're gonna say /n. That means a new line will be created, and we're gonna append something else here, date. Okay, when this happened, we're gonna say formatted date, because this is the date that we formatted here, so that it will show now. Okay, if we save this now and run once again, we should be able to see something really cool here. Tap, and look at that. It says magnitude 3.74. And you can see we have an issue where it's not able to show more of the data. We will fix that. The most important thing is that we were able to get our markers to show on our map. Okay? And I'll see you in the next video.